You are live. That is what we like to see. But where am I? Oh, ah, that helps. Oh, goodness gracious. Hello, hello. All right, let's give everyone just another minute to jump on here. Just in case you're wondering what's happening tonight, we are doing a home seller webinar specifically for those folks with property in Arizona. I am Natasha Tomlinson, a realtor here in Arizona, and we know that your time is valuable. Just want to give it another minute to folks to get here and then we will begin. Yes, we will begin in just 30 seconds. We will get the party started here, just giving folks a few minutes to get on board. Fantastic. Great. Wonderful, wonderful. Just a few more moments here, and we'll begin again, just reminding you guys where you are. And you stepped into a webinar for home sellers today, for homeowners in Arizona, talking a little bit about the Arizona real estate market and just an overview on the home selling marketing strategies available today. So I thank you for joining. We're just giving it a few moments. I know folks are getting home, finishing dinner, starting dinner, listening from their phone, whatever the case may be. So just giving a few moments for everyone to get themselves gathered, and then we will begin. And a little bit of water. It's probably a great idea, right? Fantastic. Open. Next time I will do this on two separate screens. But I am navigating this solo tonight, so I thank you for your patience. Great. Well, let's get the party started, shall we? Great. Well, hello, everyone. I am Natasha Tomlinson, and I'm here in Arizona. I've been helping Arizona homeowners buy and sell real estate. Oh, goodness, I'm licensed in 2005 now. So, yeah, this is yeah, licensed 2005, coming up on 20 years. So, again, from starter homes to second homes, investment property, from probate to pre-foreclosure situations to smooth move up situations. I've had the pleasure of helping many people navigate those home sales over the years. Today's webinar is all about navigating the current Arizona real estate market. And if you've owned a home for a while, you're wondering, is now the right time to sell? Maybe you're looking to downsize, to upsize, or just to relocate out of Arizona altogether. Maybe your family has grown or they've grown up. Maybe you're juggling equity and next steps. So whatever the case, you're in the right place, at least for now. So for the next, 30, 40 minutes, we'll break down what you need to know to sell smart and confidently, even in today's shifting real estate market. Now, okay, great. Well, why did it do that? Yeah, here we are. Okay, again. So let's start off with a bit of a snapshot. What is really happening in the greater Phoenix real estate market? Well, here we are, June 2025, and people are wondering, okay, are we heading for a crash? We've all seen those articles. Are prices going to continue to appreciate? Are we heading down? Is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? Well, what we're going to learn here is why housing affordability is slowly improving. We are seeing signs of improvement. And even without those big mortgage rate drops that we're all waiting for, and what that means for home buyers and home sellers this summer. So grab your iced coffee, grab your burger, your taco, whatever the case may be, and let's dive in. When we talk about housing affordability, we're really looking at three key factors. We're looking at mortgage rates, we're looking at home prices, and income and wage growth. Now, historically, if home prices climb too fast for incomes to keep up, mortgage rates would drop and help level things out. But lately, not lately, for the past 2 years now, rates have been volatile and slow to cooperate. So, what's changed? The good news is thanks to rising wages and low inflation, yes, inflation has come down, and a slight dip in home prices, affordability is improving on its own. And if mortgage rates dip this summer, or at least stay steady this summer, as many economists predict, many people much smarter than me predict, we could see increased buyer activity. Let's talk some numbers. So, nationwide, according to the Census Bureau, nationwide wages have grown by 4.3%, while inflation is sitting just around 2.4% on a national level. But here in the Phoenix metro area, we saw an impressive 9.3% increase in wages compared to this time last year. And our local inflation rate is sitting at 0.3%. So, what does that mean? Okay, it means that we're finally getting to keep more of our income, and that's a game changer when it comes to buying power. And if rates do come down a bit, that increases people's buying power. Phoenix is now entering into its 8th month of this balanced slash buyer's market, depending on where you are in the valley. And prices under 500,000, which make up more than 50% of home sales last month, are down 2% when compared to last year. Overall appreciation is pretty flat. We're seeing just 1% appreciation from last year, which is actually lower than inflation. So while prices aren't crashing, right, they're leveling out in a healthy way, in a balanced way. We did see a dip in sales in May, but that's likely due to April's surprise tariffs, which, spooks people and spook the market short term. The good news are buyers are returning. We are seeing an increase in mortgage applications that increases up to the tune of 18% when compared to last year. And that's the highest that we've seen in the last 2 years. So we can expect some more buyer activity this summer. If you are in the luxury space, pay attention. May brought a surprise bounce. Crypto and stock markets rebounded, corporate profits were strong, and international exchange rates they normalized. All of this led to a 30% increase in million-dollar contracts over the last few weeks. And that's rare for May. When temps hit triple digits, luxury demand definitely tends to slow down. At the same time, sellers are starting to step back a bit for the same reasons. New listings are down 39%, weekly cancellations are up, and expired listings jumped a whopping 84% when compared to this time last year. Sellers aren't relisting right away. They're waiting to see what happens, possibly renting out their property and taking a pause. If you're a seller, especially in the luxury space, know this. June is peak cancellation season and inventory is shrinking faster than buyer demand. And that means your listing could be the cream of the crop. It could stand out now more than the fall rush. So for buyers, if you're considering buying in this market, the summer, it may be your best window because wages are strong and prices are stabilizing. So we're seeing more buyers returning to the market, which may increase your competition later this year. So whether you're looking to buy or sell or just stay informed, now's the time to have that strategy in place. Normally I would tell this person, I would say next slide, but that's for me to do, isn't it? Hmm, right. That's for me to do. And we see how great that's going. Wonderful. Now, if you've owned your home for a while, you're likely sitting on a bit of a gold mine when it comes to equity. But your home may need a little bit of tender loving care, a little TLC, before it hits the market. Here's some things to think about. What is your home worth today in this market? And yes, I do offer a free, no obligation home evaluation. I wouldn't be a realtor if I didn't mention that. Okay. So, what upgrades or repairs are needed? You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do everything. Certainly not. But if you want top dollar, it's important to do the right things. And then have you talked to a CPA about capital gains? If your equity has grown a lot, and if you have owned, your property for a number of years, this is important. Do you plan to buy again? And how will your equity play into that? The key is to plan your sale and your next purchase together. And that brings us to selling and buying at the same time, pretty much, right? Selling and buying at the same time, it can feel like a high wire act, but at the right strategy, it is completely doable. And here are your main options. Option one would be to sell first and then buy, giving you more cash on hand, and that may lead you to temporary housing while you find the right next home. Option two is to buy first, then sell. And that requires strong financing on your part or a bridge loan. And then option three would be this is where the real expertise comes into play. And this is closing and buying simultaneously or within 24 hours of each other. And that takes coordination. And I've certainly done this for many clients, but it takes great communication and coordination to get that done successfully. Now, remember, everything is negotiable in real estate. Contingencies can protect your move timeline, and a strategic offer can help you stand out as a buyer while you are still a seller. Now, financing that next home. A lot of homeowners think that they're not eligible for down payment assistance if they bought before, and that's simply not true. There are down payment assistance programs in Arizona that may still apply to you, even with you not being a first time home buyer. And outside of that, we'll take a look at rate buy downs to help lower your monthly payments, seller concessions, which are somewhat commonplace in today's market. The average seller concession sits around $10,000. And we will look at lease back options, sale and lease back, which will take some of the pressure off of you and give you the time to move. So let's find the right financing for your next home, for your move, and connect you with a trusted local loan officer who specializes in these types of creative strategies. Now, let's talk a little bit to another homeowner right now who may be behind on their mortgage, who may be in pre-foreclosure. If you are behind on your mortgage, if you are facing foreclosure, please know this. Please know that you have options and that you are not alone. Now, this is not 2007, 2008 by any means. But there are some who have purchased, in the last few years and have a job loss, some sort of life change, and are experiencing this right now. And just to know that you have options, and here's what we can do for you. We can evaluate your equity. You may be able to sell and walk away with cash. We may discuss what it looks like for you to keep the property in terms of a loan modification and forbearance. And we would consider a short sale, but as a last resort. What's important is the timing. The sooner you reach out, the more options you have. Don't wait until you've received that trustee sale notice. Don't wait until a week before the foreclosure date to contact me. Okay. I do offer confidential consultations, no pressure, no obligation, no judgment. Now, when it does come time to sell the home and you've made the decision that you do want to move on, next steps, whatever that may be for you, let's talk about how we get your home seen. The right marketing makes all of the difference, especially when inventory has increased. The marketing plan includes professional photography, professional video, drone footage on homes with acreage and views, virtual tours, 2D plans, 3D plans, showing on all the different portals, including homes.com, Zillow, realtor.com, the MLS, Trulia, and 100 plus other portals. Targeted social media ads and email blasts to over 40,000 agents in Arizona, and marketing to the agents that are here in Arizona and within our EXP worldwide network of over 86,000 real estate agents, in person and virtual open houses. We position your home as the one buyers want to see, not just another listing. Okay. Now, when the offer starts rolling in, don't just look at the price, because there are a number of other things that we need to review. Is not. Yes. Okay. We'll review, yes, the price. We will review the buyer's financing and what that financing means and what that financing may require of you. An FHA, VA, conventional loan, they all have different requirements of the buyer and the seller. So we will discuss that. We will discuss timelines of each, any contingencies in their appraisal contingency, in inspections that may be there. Maybe it's contingent on something else that's taking place with the buyer. Maybe it's a relocation. Could be any number of things, and we'll look at that very closely. We'll look at the closing date, make sure that that is in line with you. Take a look at the concessions and closing costs if any of those asked for. If by chance we end up in a multiple offer situation, which, this isn't 2020, 21. It does happen, but it's not as commonplace as it was a few years ago. And we will compare apples to apples and counter strategically if necessary. Now, if there is one offer, then we work to negotiate the best possible terms for you, or we wait for a better offer. Ultimately, you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, are in the driver's seat, and I will be your GPS. You can decide to reroute me at any point in time, I suppose, right? So, if you're thinking about selling in the next 30, 60, 90 days, hey, if you're thinking of selling within the next year, let's talk strategy. Here's how we can move forward. You can book a free home value consultation. You can schedule a seller strategy call. Get connected with a loan officer to prep you for your next move. And let me see here. Let me make sure that I drop a link to my calendar here so that you guys will see that. Yes, no, maybe. Yes. Great. Wonderful. And again, just a one-on-one consultation, 15 minutes to discuss what your real estate needs may be and address any questions that you may have. No obligation, just get a feeling for where things are and maybe answer some questions that you may not want to put out on the internet, really, is what it boils down to. Now, let's see. Any questions for me today? I mean, selling your home is not just a transaction, it's a transition, right? So we have to make sure that we do it smart, profitable, and as stress-free as possible. So feel free to schedule that one-on-one consultation. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have about the home selling, about our real estate market right now, anything real estate related. Great. Here's what I don't see. All right. Too many things. Too many things open. Take a look at the chat. I've been talking away. Great. Well, again, guys, I thank you for joining me tonight. At any point in time, if you have any questions, I'll make sure in the description that there's a way for you to get in contact with me with any questions about tonight's information that we shared. Be well. Have a great evening.